G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing an unbox and build of a Tamiya TT01 Type E. Now this video is I'm going to be aiming this video at the complete newcomer to radio control car racing. Now you're probably wondering, why on earth are you doing that? And some that have been subscribed to my channel for a long time know that I am a racer when it comes to cars and so forth, and I've been racing for a very long time. And the build videos and so forth that I've done over the years have always been aimed at the, I guess you could say, top level kind of kit racer sort of thing. But this video I'm doing is, for one thing, the club where I race, we are getting back into on-road racing. The club started, funnily enough, the club started as an on-road club, and we built an off-road track, and the on-road racing kind of got put away, and we just focused on off-road. But we're starting on-road again. And one of the classes that we are going to be doing is a Tamiya TT01/TT02 class. And this class is aimed at the complete newcomer, and it's designed to be a low-cost class. And so I decided that it's be a cool idea to do an unboxing and build of a Tamiya TT01. And the whole idea of this class, as I said, is to keep costs down. So the idea is to basically build the car out of the box as it is. So what I'll do is I will cut over to the workbench and we'll have a look at the car. Alright guys, so here it is. We have the ever popular Tamiya TT01 Type E. Now the Type E, it's basically the same TT01 chassis with just a slight update to it, make it a little bit more durable. Now this one is like pretty much every Tamiya TT01 is a kit, unless you get the expert built ones. This is a kit, and this one comes with the 2004 Subaru Impreza WRC shell. The car comes with a Tamiya torque tune motor, and that is it. So basically everything you see in the box, you get in the box, will get it to be a rolling chassis. What you need to complete is a speed controller, a brushed speed controller, steering servo, a radio receiver, and a battery, and also paint for the shell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly open the box so we can have a look inside and see what you get. Alright guys, so here we are. This is what we have. So in the box, there's your motor. It comes with plastic bushings, comes with some grease, your gears. Here's the Subaru shell. As I said, it's clear, it comes clear, so you'll need paint for it. It comes with wheel tires and your wheels and all the parts necessary to complete it. It has friction shocks, not oil-filled shocks like you would get on most kits. It is a very simplistic build, and this is the whole thing with the car, with the class that we are trying to run at my local club. The idea is you run it as is, with one exception, and that exception is ball bearings. You are allowed to run a ball bearing set through the car. So instead of the plastic bushings here, which need to be regularly greased, You can run ball bearings, and that's it. And that's the whole idea of this class, is, as I said, it keeps the costs down. Everyone runs the same chassis, same motor, and it comes down to driver ability and not who has spent the most money. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to set the camera up and I'm going to do a time-lapse build. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Guys, the car's done, and it's quite easy to put together. It's been quite a while since I've put together an easy kit. With the filming, with the time lapse, I only did just the chassis build. The body I've done separately off camera. It was going to be quite time consuming. And yeah, it was quite. It would have just taken way too long to film, but it's put together. It's not. It was pretty easy to put together. So what we'll do is we'll cut to the bench, and we'll have a look at it. All right, guys, here it is, the Tamiya TT01 with the Subaru Impreza WRC body set. So, like I said, it was a very easy kit to put together. However, the body set was probably, without doubt, the most, I would say, the most stressful and time consuming. It took me quite a number of hours, or a couple of hours, just to put all the stickers on. You know, I mean, there was lots of stickers. There were stickers that were on top of other stickers and so forth, and lots of like tiny little stickers and so forth. But it's done, and I'm happy with it. And as we have a look around here from another angle, went together nicely. So for this build, like I said, at my local club, we are aiming to have a low-cost class with the Tamiya TT01s, and the only upgrade you're allowed to add to it is ball bearings, which is what I've done. And I thought to myself, well, since I'm going to be building this, I will build this the same way as a complete newcomer would be building if they were getting into this hobby. So it was one color. I did the box art, did the stickers because it doesn't have window masks, because I did think, oh, should I just do my own design? I thought, no, I'll do box art, and I'm happy with how that's come out. I unfortunately probably can't see it on camera, but I did have a boo-boo here. As I was putting the decal on, I went to pull it back and it ripped right there. So there's I don't know if you can see it, but there's a slight, you can see a slight tear there. A little frustrating, but that's just how it goes. So what we'll do is we'll take the shell off and we'll have a look underneath. So for electronics, so like I said, it comes with a torque tune motor. If I remember correctly, it's about a 25 turn, I think, from memory. I'm not too sure. For a speed controller, I have a Hobbywing 1060 in there. For the steering servo, I have a Hi-Tech HS425BB. It's just a standard analog servo, nothing fancy. I have, for my radio, I'm using a FlySky FS GT3C, and it's branded as a Hobby King receiver, but it's a FlySky receiver. Very simple. And I'm currently using a Reedy Wolfpack 3000 milliamp hour LiPo. Now the battery strap at the moment is actually off my TT01 truck. If I can just get that back on there. The reason why I'm using this is the battery strap, as you get it, stops essentially right there, and it's got like a little bar that comes down to hold the battery and to stop it from sliding back and forth. The problem is with these LiPos and that, they take up the entire space for the battery. So what you have to do is, if you're using one of these like batteries, is you have to cut away the little lip at the side there, because as it goes along, it goes down and holds essentially tries to hold the battery. So you'll have to cut that away. So guys, as you can see, this is how it is out of the box, and this is how this car will be run in the low cost class at my local club. And the whole idea is, as I keep saying, the whole idea is it's based on driver ability and not who spent the most money. So what I will do is, this will be the end of this video, guys. The next video will be it running, hopefully at our new on-road track location. It will be a separate video to another video that I will do for racing there, but I will do my best to film it in a race. And until then, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the car, electronics, or anything about the car or anything like that, please don't hesitate to comment down below. I will do my best to answer the questions. Until then, enjoy your hobby, guys, and cheers.